know the order of this deck? Okay. 100%. Pinky promise you don't.
I don't.
Okay. I'm going to take one that's colour. And I'm going to take one that's black and white. And I'm going to try to get you to feel whether one's colour or black and white. Okay? So you take these. Hold them face down. Now look at me. If you rush this, you'll get it wrong. So if you rush it, you'll 100% get this wrong. Look right in my eye there. Feel what colour or lack of colour you feel the first one is. What is it? Is it black or white or colour? Black and white. Have a look at it, see if you're right. Okay, so we place this face down there. No, I'm not pushing that on you. You felt that. Take your time, look at me. Feel what you think the next one is. Don't say it, but look at me. Don't say it. You're wrong. You're wrong. Face down, place the next one where you think it should go. That's fair. Look, okay, it's black and white again. Right? You didn't say anything to me. Now, if you think it's black and white, you place it here. If you think it's colour, you place it here. But take your time. Put your hands over the top. Go for it. Whew. What's making you make your decisions? Feelings. Good. Keep going. Stop a second. We're going to deal a few more. We'll clean these up a little bit. We're going to deal a few more. And whenever you feel like saying to me the word now, whenever you feel like saying now, well, imagine this is black and white and this is colour. So deal a few more and then say to me, now. I don't know why I get that feeling, but now. Go for it. Now. Did I not touch you the exact moment he said now? I tapped you there, right? So without looking at it, it doesn't matter to anybody else. Is this black and white or colour? Colour. Colour. But now we imagine this going here. There. Right? What I want you to do is deal them. Now imagine this is colour, this is black and white. So go for it. Now think about this. Now I'm not controlling this. I'm letting him feel what he feels. I'm not touching anything. I'm letting him do whatever he feels. What colour's the last card in your hand without looking? That's cool. Okay, keep going. You think this one is colour. So now we swap. So you imagine it there. Now I'm going to ask you a simple question. Did you count these as you went down? You weren't counting them. Now look, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. But I didn't control when you said now. Right? I didn't control that. Can I ask you a really serious question? And don't lie for me. What made you decide what meant to belong where? 100% feeling. What made you decide to say now the moment you said now?
Again, just had that feeling to say no.
And have I done anything with these cards? You took them. I spread them out at the beginning, showed you they were all random. Right at the beginning, I spread them. You remember me. When you remember me showing you. When you remember me showing you that, right? This is the bit that blows me away, you see. You felt these were black and white. Black and white. And I didn't touch anything. Black and white. All the way down until you said to me, Pete, now. And you changed your mind. You made every single one of these colour. Right down to the very last one. But if you react right now, then that's only half a packet. You see, I felt that these ones were colour. All the way down until you said to me, you know what, Pete, I feel like changing right about now. And the moment you said the word now, the moment you felt to yourself, because I wasn't forcing this, these were black and white. Every single decision that you made were absolutely perfect. It's not about seeing with your eyes, it's about feeling and knowing. And I want to thank you for being absolutely perfect.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was class.
What's your name?
Adrian.
Pardon?
That's the major. Adrian.
Adrian.
Yeah.
Say stop for me.
Stop.
Take it. Put it to your chest. Look at it. Look at it.
Yeah.
Is that a fair choice?
Yeah.
Do you want to change it?
No. It's all right.
Okay. Now I even offered you to change it, right? Read the quote on that card. Every single card has a different quote on it. Are you happy that's a fair choice? Andrea, put it to your chest. What's really interesting about us as people is we take something that means nothing and we make it mean something, right? So what's happening right now is you're thinking from a perspective of a situation from your life, right? Can I have your hand that's not got the card? Lean into me. Look right at me. So in your head, think of a situation from your life that makes you feel this way. Now look at me. What's really interesting is that you're very organised. You're the sort of person that yes, there it is. You put things at home into specific packets or piles so you can visit them later on at a later date. I'd say with you, you're a reader, so you have a lot of books or a lot of things that you can reference very... Can I ask you a question? Did you go to university or college? College, okay. Did you study psychology or philosophy? What was it you studied?
Nursing.
Nursing, okay, because it's almost like, to me, that you put things in very specific packets and you've found it very hard to get rid of that. Can I ask you a question? Why did you stop drawing?
Drawing.
Drawing, you were incredible at it and you stopped. Why did you give it up?
Didn't really do a lot of drawing.
Say it again.
Didn't do a lot of drawing.
Okay, take a step back. Take a step back. You're okay. Maybe I need to think about you differently. Lean back in for a second. Okay, that's it. Shit. This is not a positive emotion. This is negative. This is a negative emotion. Okay, we have to reframe. Forget university. Forget everything that I think I know. This is negative, right? This is not about you controlling a situation. It's the exact opposite. It's a situation you lost control in. Go away for a second. Stop. Step back. Step back. It's just, no, you can come in. It's me and you. It's not about anybody else. Look. Look at me. Imagine for a second the sound in this room turns itself down. If you break contact with my eyes, I can't do this. It's just me and you. Nobody else is relevant in this situation. This is negative. It's not positive. If it were positive, I could do this, but it's not. I first felt, and I know it's not, you went for joyful, but I know it's not, so look at me. Don't say anything, don't react. This situation, for me, is a situation where everything turned upside down. I'm not going to say what this is, but I want you to know that I know what it is. This was the worst situation in your life, a situation where you felt you weren't in control, a situation where you felt to yourself, do you know what? I'm usually pretty good at knowing where my life's heading, but for the first time in your entire life, it wasn't heading in the direction that you felt. Now, don't say anything, but I feel the name Sarah, but that doesn't matter. It's not for anybody else. Have you got the anxiety card in your hand?
Oh my God!
Okay. We're at Russ Brown's house of secret. 30, 40 people. I want you to pick somebody at random that you don't think I could have intercepted or could have made do what I want.
Okay, those guys got matching jackets, and I have the same one. Yeah, with the glasses. Okay. Excuse me. Can we
What's your name?
use you for a trick? Michael.
Mick, can we use you for a trip? You alright? Leave your drink there. Come here for a second. Nice to meet you. You're alright. Come here for a second. You have to trust me, right? Turn that man, face the camera, and just sleep down. Keep your eyes closed, Mick. In a moment, Mick, you're going to wake up. You're going to wake up, and I'm going to give you a card. In a moment, I'm going to give you a card. And when you look at that card, what's really interesting is you're not going to be able to differentiate what the card says. It's going to be in plain English, but the thing is that you're going to look at it and you're going to say to yourself, I don't really recognise what this card is or what it says. And the interesting thing is that everybody else in the room is going to know exactly what it is. So when I count from 1 to 3, you're going to open your eyes. I'll help you up. So when I count from 1 to 3, 1, 2, 3, open your eyes. Come back up, give me a hand. Perfect. You stand up. You're all right.
Yeah.
So everybody's watching this, right? Now, if this doesn't work, it doesn't matter. But I put you in what I think is an interesting position. So whenever you want, just say stop.
Stop.
Take it, put it to your chest. Don't look at it.
Okay.
You're going to look at this. Right? You're going to look at it, and when you look at it, like I said, something in your brain's going to tell you it doesn't make sense. So take a look at what it says.
Right.
Think about the quote on there.
Okay.
Look at the bold letters, the bold ones.
Yeah.
Look at the camera for a second.
Right.
Try tell the camera what this word says. Try
Tell
them
the camera what it
what
says.
what the bold word is.
I can't. It's
Try say it.
Nicodemus, but not really. Nothing like it. But there's an N and a C.
Is there an I in there?
Yeah.
And an N?
And an N.
Is there a D in there somewhere?
Yeah.
Try tell them what it says.
I can't get it. It's just.
Can I show you it?
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Right. Okay. Okay.
It's really fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Genuinely, you weren't seeing that.
No.
You were seeing something with those letters,
Yeah.
but your brain would tell you it was something else.
Completely. Yeah.
Thank you for playing.
Yeah. Okay. Cheers.
Give him a round of applause. Fucking hell. I'm really interested about synchronicity. So when you gel with somebody, when you meet somebody you just gel with, the reason you gel with them is because their thoughts are the same as yours. So you might have political ideologies or political ideas, and what you find is that when somebody meets those political ideologies, you gel with them. If you're not interested in politics and you say I'm not interested in politics, the moment somebody says that is the moment you warm to them because they're not interested also. We gel based on the same music, the same taste, the same look, and everything else in between, right? Before we begin, is there anybody here that doesn't know me and doesn't know anything about me?
I have no idea who you are.
People watching at home are going to think that you genuinely do. Can you pinky promise everybody, I'm going to be everybody, that you don't? What's your name?
Kev.
Kev, my name's Pete.
Pete.
We're going to share a moment in time that nobody else on the planet will. Let me show you where it is.
Okay.
If you have a look at the images that I've got and the images you've got, you can see that there's a tree and there's a tree. There's water and a body of water. A waterfall and a waterfall. A sunset or a sunrise and a sunset or a sunrise and a flower and a flower. Now, for me, the only thing that's important is none of these apart from this. Do you perceive what you're looking at there as a sunset or a sunrise?
Good question.
It's a really innocent one, but it tells me so much.
Yeah, it does. Actually. Sunrise.
Have you just moved house?
No.
Are you about to or are you planning to?
No.
Okay. That's the only question I need to ask. Collect your cards up and mix them up. We've never met. You've seen that I asked everybody to nominate themselves. Now, what I want you to do is just focus over here for a second. Look at me for a second. I'm going to place a card face down. You're going to place yours face up. I'm always going to put mine face down first. Look right at me. Look at your cards. Spread them out. Look over them. Take your time. Now instinctively, one of them's going to stand out, but you won't know the reason why. You take it, you place it face up there. Now think about this, right? Seems like very small odds, but the fact of the matter is that I'm not forcing this. Have I touched your cards? Did you know you'd pick that? You went for the flower. So did I. Crazy. Pick it back up. Mix them up. Go back through them. Look at them. Now look at me. I'm going to ask you to think of one and change your mind. Look at them. Look at all of them. What's your brain telling you right now? Look at me. What's your brain telling you?
Will you tell me?
Yes.
My brain tells me to pick up random, try and figure it out.
Random. Which one at random? I said I'm going to get you to pick one and change your mind. So which one is it telling you to pick at random? Put it face up there. I'm going to ask you, do you want to change your mind? Now, nobody ever does, so I know you're not going to. Do you want to change your mind? Good man. Now think about this for a second. You could have changed your mind. You picked the tree. I'm going to take one. I'm going to place it face down. I don't want anybody to see it. Look at me. Look at your cards. Look at me. Look at your cards. Look at me. Is this one colour or black and white? The one I'm thinking of, is it colour or black and white?
Look at that.
That I'm thinking of. What colour is it? That I'm thinking of. Just say. Take a black and white one, place it face up there. A waterfall. So a tree and a waterfall. Look at this. A tree and a waterfall. Your brain's just telling you what to go for in the moment. Let's do this again. Let's do a few more. So pick them up, shuffle them. It's nuts, isn't it? Right? Because when we're watching this, we think it's a free choice, but it's not. Genuinely, our brains formulate a pattern, and I have to know the pattern somebody thinks of. And let me prove my point. Look across them. Pick one at truly random and place it face up there. Now this is the bit that'll blow your mind. You won't know how this works, but you'll know it works. Face up there. The body of water, the ocean. So look, I went to the ocean as well. It's because I'm inside there. Let's do this again. Pick them up, pick them up. I don't know. I don't know at this point if it's not. I'm inside there. I don't know where it is. But place one face up there. Change your mind a few times. And I'll do a few of these just to prove I'm not just guessing. I'm doing this for real as much as I can. You got one? Place it face up there. The flower. Now look at me. Okay. Take one and put it face down. Have you decided it's on this consciously or did you pick it randomly? Okay. The body of water. Place it out like that. Now look at me. Stop talking for a second. Stop. Look at me. Place one face up there. I think I know where it is. It's okay. Now the aim with this is to end up with one in our hands at the end. Don't think about this one, just place one face up there. that leaves us with one. Place that face up there. Now think about this for a second. I didn't know it was going to be what. So I went for the sunrise, the water, the tree, these two. Can I whisper something to you? So it's not going to mean anything to anybody else, but I want to whisper it to you. Can we move these drinks onto this table? It's like not meaningful to anybody else. But when I were inside your head, I felt this. Someone turn off and just a step away. I know you've been feeling like giving up recently. But listen, I'm not going to feel it. I'm not going to give up when you're doing it. Because if you give up, then you're not closer to achieving it. Does that make sense to you? Would anybody else know that? No, it's just between you and I. Thank you for playing. Give him a round of applause.
I was in, do you know the Bull Ring in Birmingham? So I was in the Bull Ring the other day and I saw these. Not these are my business cards. I saw these. Have you ever heard of an inspiration deck before? Have you ever seen motivational posters? You know, you see them all over the place. Normally there's a cat hanging off a tree and it says hang in there or something like that, right? These are motivational posters but shrunk down to card size. So basically, in essence, they're different posters designed to make you feel good about yourself. Now, what I found interesting about these cards, or these little posters, is that each one of them has a different emotion on them. And what's also interesting is there's actually there's about 26 cards, something like that, I don't know exactly, but there's an equal amount of positive and negative emotions. Now the positive emotions have colour pictures on them, like merry and love, and the negative emotions like hateful and I don't know, so depressed and bored, they have black and white pictures on them, right? Now we're going to try and do this. What was your name again?
Tilly.
Tilly and
Kizzy.
Kizzy. Tilly and Kizzy. I'll try and remember that. Tilly, we're going to start with you, if that's okay. I'm just giving a bit of a mix-up, and we'll start simple and work our way up, if that's okay. So Tilly, what I want you to do you know how to cut a pack of cards like that? You know, yeah. So every time you cut, it's going to change everything. So can you cut some cards there? That would be great. Lovely. And we're going to put these on top. Is that fine? Yes. So don't really think of me, I'm cheating. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look away. And what I want you to do is look at the bottom card.
Me?
Yes. You're going to look at whatever the card is at the bottom and then put it back and put your hands on top of it, okay? And remember the emotion. As in, so you're going to look here and then you're going to just put everything... Okay. I'll look this way so you know I'm not cheating. If you can pick up, have a look at that emotion. Just remember the emotion on the card. Have you done that?
Yeah.
And then put everything down and put your hand on it. Okay, so I have to now try and tell you what the emotion is, which is fairly impossible because you could have cut anywhere. I have no idea. I was looking away. So what I want you to do is I want you to imagine this emotion, and I want you to look at me because I'm going to try. This isn't really mind reading. It's me studying you and trying to pick up on tells.
Do I need to read what it meant?
No, it's fine. As long as you saw the emotion. You saw the emotion, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, concentrate. It's actually a positive emotion. I see a lot of colours. It's a positive emotion. Okay, it's interesting. It's an emotion that you don't really feel. Okay, this is really easy because you're kind of saying it over and over in your head. You're thinking of zest, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
That's so weird.
Now it is weird, but let's lift up your hands because we're going to see that could have been a fluke. I mean, very possibly. It wasn't, but it could have been. So we're going to do it again. Can you cut again and complete the cut? And we're going to complete the cut. Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna, it's okay. Right, it's my fault. So I'm going to look away. We're going to do the same thing. Can you look at it and then put your hands on it? You can do the same thing. Got it? Excellent. So now I have to try and read you again. The first time is really easy. The good news is you're not very good at lying, which is great. You know, I can tell. So look at me, look at my eyes. Think of the emotion. Try to give nothing away. Okay, so did you see what you did with the mouth then, right?
I'm trying to have poker face.
You're trying to have poker face, but you're giving away because you're trying to do exactly the opposite before, which tells me it's actually a negative emotion, isn't it? Yeah, it's a negative emotion. Think about this emotion. Think about it. Say it over and over in your head, not out loud. Over in your head. It's interesting. This is an emotion that you felt in your life, haven't you? When you were younger, not so much now.
Oh God,
yeah. When you were younger, you felt this quite a lot, but not so much now. You kind of got over it when you got older, right?
You're gonna make me cry.
But I am right, aren't I? You felt this an awful lot when you were younger, and it's bringing back memories of what you felt when you were younger. I'm really sorry about that, but you were thinking of nervous because you were very nervous when you were younger. Is that right?
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's okay.
You're doing great. No, you're doing amazing. Are you okay to continue? Let's try this one more time. Let's try this. Can I try one with you? And then we're going to do something completely different. This is good. You're amazing.
Good actor.
I might struggle. I might struggle now because you're so easy to read.
Oh,
Are you guys friends?
Sisters.
Sisters, yeah. She's very, very, very truthful and honest, and she's lovely. We're going to try this with you. We'll give them a bit of a mix-up. Can you just cut? Would that be okay? And we're going to try and do something, and cut again. We'll do it again. So that you should be. I know what's going to happen. No, in fact, do one more cut. Do one more cut. Are you happy there? Which one would you like? In fact, do you want to go there, or do you want to go the other way? No?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Have a look at the bottom card. You got it?
Yeah.
Look at me. Look at me. Concentrate. This is really interesting. It's the emotion isn't surprise, but you're feeling surprised, aren't you? Oh, I know, right? No, she's not. The emotion's not surprised. You're surprised because she picked the same emotion as you. She picked zest.
Really?
Is that right? Must be a sister thing, right? Possibly you picked zest.
Yeah.
That's mad. I mean, I have no idea how this works. Look, I tell you what we'll do. We'll do it one more time, but we'll go slightly further this time. Can you cut again and complete the cut? Would that be okay? Are you happy?
Yeah.
Good. Now here's what we're going to do this time. We're going to try and do something completely different. What I want you to do is I want you to take the bottom card, if you can do it. Just take the bottom card and I'll look away. I'm going to look over at you. I'm not going to look at you. So can you, first of all, you can see the emotion there, right?
Yeah.
And also I want you to look at the quote underneath. So underneath the emotion, there's a kind of like a quote, yeah? Something that's written. What I want you to do is read through that quote, and I want you to pick a long word in that quote, like maybe over 5 or 6 letters, any word that you want to. I don't know how many words are there, I don't know what the quote is, but pick a long word. Can you do that for me? Very good. Now, cover it up so I can't see. Do you want me to go for the emotion or the word first? Which one would you like to go for first?
The word.
Okay, look at me. I want to imagine you're in a cinema, and imagine you're in the cinema and you're looking at the cinema screen, and the cinema screen has the word written on it, but it's written in neon. Can you imagine that for me? And I want you to imagine that that first letter of that word is shining brighter than all the other letters. Can you imagine that? Okay, in your imagination, what colour is that neon?
White.
White. Okay, so you're thinking... Okay, that's very interesting, which tells me, okay, that this is tied to an emotion, obviously. It tells me that the emotion is a positive emotion, but we'll get back to the emotion later. We're going for the word. Think of the word is there in neon. Think of the first letter. It's shining brighter. It's an E, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an E. Think of a letter in the middle of the word. That's interesting. You went back and forth between a couple of letters, didn't you?
Yeah.
Was it like an E and an N you went back and forth between, and a C? No? An I? There's a whole, but it's a really big word, isn't it?
Yeah.
Think of the last letter. There's an E at the end as well, isn't there?
Oh wait, sorry, I'm thinking of the wrong word. Sorry.
No, they're fine. Well, you think that? Yeah,
there's an E at the end.
There's an E at the end. You're thinking of, no, there's an E at the end.
emotion,
Yeah,
not the word.
it was really weird because you were like sending me all these letters. Right, cross purposes. It's fine. The word that you're thinking of, not the emotion, but
Yes,
the word.
the word.
Yeah, there's an E at the end, isn't there? There's an E at the beginning. There's an E at the end. I
Yeah.
can see it quite clearly. It's a really long word.
Yeah.
Is there an X in there?
Yeah.
And there's a P.
Yeah.
And there's an I. And there's a C. That's not in the order though. Experience.
Yeah.
Let's go for the emotion. Okay, white you said, so it's a positive emotion. This is an emotion that you like feeling. This is an emotion that you do feel from time to time, and every time you feel it, it makes you happy. But it's not happy. That's not an emotion. That's not the emotion. It's not joyful. It's not happy. Something like that though. Not emotion. Not happy. Joy. No. Ecstatic.
Yeah.
Wow. I tell you what. Can we try one more? Can we try something else? Right.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to do this with both of you. So you guys are sisters, so this should work quite well. What I want you to do is I want you to go through and I'm going to have you think of an emotion. So you're going to go through the cards like this so you can see them all, and I want you to look at all the emotions, and when you find one that that you're happy with, cut it to the face.
Can it just be any emotion?
It can be any emotion, it doesn't have to relate to you, but I'm going to tell you right now, when you've got that emotion, we're going to give that emotion to you, and what you're going to do is you're going to try and think of somebody that you've known through your life that you think personifies that emotion, okay? Now we'll need a pen for this. Have you got a pen? Has anyone got a pen?
No.
Have you got a pen?
I haven't.
Okay, we need a pen ideally. Okay. Nem, could you just run in there? We'll just chat for a minute. Could you just
2, 1.
So we're going to try and do something different now, and you're going to pick an emotion. So you've got all these emotions here. I'm going to give them to you. You're going to go through them and find an emotion that you like. When you like it, just cut it to the face, but don't let me see it. It's very important that I don't see it. Now, it doesn't matter what the emotion is. It can be a positive emotion, a negative emotion. It's totally up to you. But when you've got that emotion, we're going to give it to you, and you're going to look at that emotion, and you're going to try and think of somebody that reminds you of that emotion. So bear that in mind, because if you go for xenophobia, you've got to think of a racist friend. So, so bear that in mind. So you're going to go through, you're going to find an emotion, just cut it to the face. Can you do that for me? Yeah. You go through that, and don't let us see, so keep it up so that we can't see. There's lots in there, you see. There you go. No, just cut the whole thing to the face. So just take all of the, there you go, just like that. Are you happy with that emotion?
Yeah.
Good. Now, I don't want to see it, so I'm just going to take it like this and give it to you. Is that the one?
Yeah.
Good. Pass it to you. Can you look at that emotion? Don't let me see it, obviously. It's very important I don't see it. And what I want you to do is I want you to look at the emotion and think of somebody that you think reminds you of that emotion. Just their first name. Have you got that?
No, I don't know.
Okay. Anybody. So it could be somebody that reminds you, like maybe, you know, somebody that you knew when you were a child, or a relative, or a friend, or a co-worker, or somebody you work with. Doesn't really matter. Could be a sister. Could be somebody who you know that kind of reminds you of that emotion. Have you got somebody?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yep.
Cool. And then put the card away over there so I don't see it. I don't want to see anything on there. So you're now thinking of a person, and you're now thinking of an emotion. And all I know is that emotion is tied into the person that you're thinking of. And you're just thinking of the first name, right? We're going to start with you, if that's okay. Okay. I want to imagine the name. Can you do that for me? Just imagine the name right there in front of you, between you and me. You know, like in those sci-fi movies where there's stuff like on that sort of thing. Imagine the, okay. Interesting. I might not be correct. You're not as easy to read as she is, but that's fine. I've committed myself now. We'll look at that in a second. Who was the person you were thinking of? Just the first name.
Tilly.
It was Tilly. It was you. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Okay, I want you to think of the emotion now. Can you do that for me? Don't say anything. Look at me. I don't know. I don't know. I might be wrong, I might not, but let's just recap for a minute. You thought of any emotion. You didn't tell anybody. You didn't write it down. You didn't say anything. The only person that you showed the card to was you, and then you used that to think of the name of somebody. Again, nobody influenced you in any way. I still don't know the emotion that you're thinking of, to be perfectly honest. And each time, I made my prediction before you actually said anything. Okay. You thought of somebody. Once again, who did you think of? Tilly. And I wrote down Tilly. And you thought of an emotion. What was the emotion you thought of?
Trust. Oh my god. That's crazy.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
It's kind of
What the
bizarre,
hell?
right? It's kind of bizarre. I think that's strange. I tell you what.
I'm gonna do that one again.
You want to do that one again?
That's crazy.
Think of a memory
Yeah.
from when you were younger.
Okay.
Either a kid or a teenager or something like that.
Yeah.
But I want you to be able to pinpoint how old you were when that memory took place. Can you do that for me?
Yeah.
Good. Now, like I said, on these cards, there's all different types of emotions.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of different emotions. What I'd like you to do, Kieran, is go through and pick whichever card has the emotion on it that closely resembles how you felt when that memory took place.
Okay.
Don't show anyone, keep it to yourself. When you found it, just put it face down on the table. Can you do that for me? Amazing. So I want you to think of a memory. Have you got that memory?
Yeah.
Great. And don't let me see, hold them up towards you. And when you've got the, there's lots of different emotions there. There might not be one that's exact, but they do cover pretty much everything. So you'll probably find one that's similar. Now, the thing is, a lot of people, when I do this, they go, well, it's obviously going to be a positive emotion, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a positive emotion, because I told him to think about when he was a teenager or when he was a kid. A lot of the time when you're a teenager especially, there's a lot of negative emotions going through your head, right? So it could be a negative emotion, it could be a positive emotion. It's important that the only person who knows that emotion is Kieran. So Kieran, when you've got that emotion, just pop it down, face down on the table, and that's the emotion that you most felt in this memory, is that right?
It's the closest.
Okay, so I don't want you to, I want you to just put your hand on it, just like that, and concentrate on that emotion. Have you done that?
Yeah.
Very good. Now, just put that back for me. Excellent stuff. And the important thing is, you also know how old you were at the time.
Yeah.
The age, anyway.
Yeah.
You don't have to be exact. Great. What I want you to do is give these a mix-up for me if you can. Give them a shuffle. That'd be great. And when you're done, pass them me back. Now, if I did this for you, if I asked you to do this, you'd probably go for a different emotion, because no two people are the same. And there are tons and tons of different emotions. Hopefully nobody's thinking of xenophobia. That would be a bit weird. You never know, you might do. I want you to think of that memory. Can you do that for me?
Yeah.
I'm going to try and do something. This might not work, but I'm going to try and do it. I asked you if you knew how old you were.
Yeah.
Do you remember how old you were?
Yes.
Good. Right. I'm just going to turn these over. How old were you?
7.
7. I'm going to turn 7 cards over,
Okay.
one at a time.
Yeah.
If you see that emotion,
Yeah.
tell me.
Okay.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the 7th card right there, right? You can't see it just yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the 7th card right there. And let me ask you a question. Do you see your emotion there?
No.
Or there? Or there? Or there? Or there?
No.
Or there? Or there?
No
or there?
way.
There, there,
No.
there,
No.
there, there,
No
there,
way. What?
there, there,
No.
there, there.
No
What
way.
was the emotion?
Anxiety.
Anxiety at the age of 7.
Yeah.
And that was shuffled into the 7th position by you. And you had a free choice of any emotion. Turn it over.
What the? What the?
Nice.
That. What?